Hey, King J, what we tell him? Tell him. Back on.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy King J, and this is the Clip That podcast. This one's slightly different. You know, I've got a lot of people in the fighting game community. I'm a big fan of Yakuza, big fan of Judgement. So, what better than to get this guest on today? So, introduce yourself, man.
Thank you, King J. Some of you might know me as DEVILLEON7 on YouTube, of course. I upload Yakuza videos, I sometimes stream Yakuza, sometimes non-Yakuza related things. And yeah, I generally just try to stick to Yakuza, and really, you probably stumbled upon my channel when you've been looking for Yakuza videos.
Nice. So what's the reason behind your name, DEVILLEON7?
Well, it's not... It's nothing to be proud of, okay? The name came up about, let's see, we're in 2019. I made my channel in 2007, and I was, 10 years old back then. So I liked Devil Kazuya back then, like, really liked the guy. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool.
Nice.
And so the second half, you might already guess, came from Leon from Resident Evil 2. So, Devil, Kazuya, Leon, Devil Leon, my favorite number, 7. I had all of that, and you get my name.
Nice. So, was you a big Tekken fan, a big Resident Evil fan before Yakuza? Before you found out about Yakuza?
Yeah. Big fan of both Tekken and Resident Evil. Played both of them since I was a wee lad. My dad used to get like all of the Tekken games, Resident Evil games. I used to watch him play those games, and eventually I developed a taste for them and really loved them.
Nice, man. So what was your first content on YouTube? I know you for Yakuza, but I don't know what your content was when you first started YouTube. So when did you first start YouTube, and what was your first content on YouTube?
My first content is really freaking random. Okay, so imagine this. Back then, like 2007, like I said, this is gonna be a long and weird story.
It's cool.
I downloaded Resident Evil 1, but it's, it wasn't legit. I tried to really play the game, and, I love Resident Evil, so I tried to get it for my PC and, check out how different it is on the PC. I downloaded that game, and when I kind of delved into the files, like I saw some of the cutscenes, and one of them was the intro to Resident Evil, and I was like, hey, why not upload this to YouTube? So you can kind of figure out just how weird my content was when I first started. It was just like things from here, things from there, freaking 5 FPS video of Resident Evil 4. Nothing really quality, I guess, but I guess looking back on it, it's kind of nostalgic a bit.
Yeah. So, like, what made you transition into doing Yakuza content then?
Right, so before I got my capture card, which is the Elgato, I used to watch, several Yakuza YouTubers. Might as well give them a shout out now.
Okay.
Captain Epic 3, Striker Ranges, and D. Patrick. Those 3 used to upload a lot of Yakuza videos. Captain Epic used to upload, boss battle videos on the highest difficulty as well. And Striker Ranges used to upload mostly cutscenes from what I remember, like from beginning to end of each Yakuza game.
Okay.
And the Patrick kind of did commentary. He played the game, gave his thoughts, and just general guides, I guess. But he really worked on those. I mean, the more you go in time, the more people have access to capture devices, their own setup and all that. At least that's how it was for me. I couldn't get my hands on all of these fancy recording things until later on when I kind of grew up and managed to get my own money.
It takes a while, doesn't it, to get like all the capture equipment and stuff, man.
It does, but it feels so good. It feels amazing once you finally, get your base all set up. It feels great.
No, definitely, man. So, in terms of, like, you know, I've known you for Yakuza content. I remember I was trying to get into the game. A lot of people was recommending me to play it on stream. And when I type it up in this YouTube search engine, it's always your videos. And then that's when I started watching your videos and I became a fan of your channel. So, I wanted to know, what was like the favorite Yakuza game that you actually like doing content for?
Well, okay, I'm gonna let you know something. Sometimes when I stream, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, just come in and ask me, "Hey, DEVILLEON, what's your favorite Yakuza game?" And I always give them the same answer. Yakuza games are so good. How am I supposed to give you just one game? You know, you might have played more than one Yakuza game, so you gotta know where I'm coming from.
Right.
Yakuza 0 was like, I don't know, probably the height of the series for most people. And I guess it was for me as well. It was really special because back when I got Yakuza 0, I got some kind of a collector's edition, and it came with some kind of a flask with Majima's tattoo on it, and it was really fucking sexy. I loved it. And, you know, I started kind of uploading videos of that game because I kind of didn't see a lot of people uploading videos of it.
Right.
And I guess that also relates to the previous question of how I kind of started uploading Yakuza videos.
Right.
I uploaded videos of, you know, Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 at the beginning. But then when Yakuza 0 came out, that was like the big thing. A lot of people, you know, were getting into the series. A lot of people wanted to see videos of the game. And I just happened, I guess, to upload the videos at the right time. Because, you know, the videos just kind of exploded. My Shibusawa video got like, I don't know, 100K. That's a lot for Yakuza, by the way. That was really a lot for Yakuza because Yakuza, it was really niche, and I guess it still is. But, you know, right now it's nothing compared to what it was. It has a lot more players, a lot more fans. And, okay, I kind of derailed, didn't I?
No. You was. I was actually entertained by the answer that you was given. To be fair, you could continue, man. It was very good.
Oh, thank you. Well, if I had to pick one favorite, like one top favorite,
0.
0 is a good pick. 0 is a really good pick. But I don't know, man. Judgment is really good as well, even though I don't really...
We can't add Judgment in. Judgment's coming in later in the conversation. It's Yakuza right now.
All right. Fair point. Okay, let's go with Yakuza 0, because that was the first time you played as Majima canonically. You got to play as him before in Yakuza Dead Souls, but that was a zombies game. You couldn't really fight, you know, with your hands and using his knife. So it was really expensive hand-to-hand combat as Yakuza 0 is, of course. So Yakuza 0 is really good.
Right, so I know I asked you to do one. We're going to do favorite top 5 Yakuza games. I tricked you. I mean, I've got my personal 5 so far. I think I've got my 5. I know Yakuza 0 would definitely be in.
Well, okay, King J. How about if I ask you what your top 5 favorites are?
That's cool. I'll answer. I think 5 was... No, I think 0 is the best so far. Like, 0's the best. I didn't like Kiwami 1. But from the looks of things, because remember, I haven't completed all of them. And I watched a lot of, like, playthroughs and stuff from your channel. But from the looks of things, I would say Yakuza 0, Kiwami 2 would be next. And then I would say... There's spin-offs, but I don't think the spin-offs were as good as the main games. I just don't really have any interest. So I would say... I would like to say... it's hard, man.
See what I mean? Yeah, see what I mean?
It's hard.
It's not easy.
All right.
It's really not easy.
3? I like 3. 3's the one where you can play as all 4 of the characters, right? No, that was 4.
That was 4. Yeah,
That was 4. All right, Yakuza 4, Yakuza 3.
What about the 5th one?
And then Yakuza 5. I didn't like 6 that much in terms of story. I didn't really like this. I didn't really like
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, 6 in general is a mixed bag for a lot of people. But I don't know. I guess I kind of liked some aspects of it. I don't know.
Like, I like the fact that, you could tell that Kiryu was older, and, I like the...
Oh, yeah.
I like the fact that, I don't know, there was something about it. It just didn't feel like the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, the 6 does kind of emphasize how kind of old Kiryu is, and he's seen some shit. So that was really interesting to see in the story. Like when there's like dangerous situations, he's all like calm and he's under control. He's got the situation under control, and he just beats up the thugs like it's nothing. So that was really awesome to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was. There was some stuff in 6 that was really good, like the bit where they were throwing the baby. That scene. that scene is really good.
Oh yeah.
But I think when it came to the end, it was kind of like, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Like there was something about it that was just like, to me, didn't feel like a typical Yakuza game. And their endings are usually excellent, and it carries on to the next one. Whereas this was like, I don't know if I like it. So that's why I didn't add it into my list. And even the boss fights as well. The boss fights weren't that great.
6, I guess a lot of people agree that 6 is kind of rushed because, they felt like the combat was not really complete. It was kind of slow compared to the other games. And the story also, people say it's kind of rushed. And I do agree with that because I think, game developers, in general, they have deadlines. They have to get things done by the end of a certain date at the end of the day. So I do understand that, and I just try to, I don't know, appreciate what's there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So you're trying to worm your way out. You ain't wormed your way out from me, I know.
Come on, man.
Nah, we need the top 5, man. We need the top 5 from you, man.
All right. Let's see. All right, since we already established that Yakuza 0 is my top favorite, that's number 1.
Right.
Number 2, let's see.
And if you want to include spin-offs, you can include spin-offs as well. I just don't personally like them.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's see. Yakuza 0. Man, there's a lot of games,
Yep.
Yakuza 0.
Dead Souls.
It's really fun, but I think others come on top of it first.
Right.
0, and I guess I'm gonna have to go with maybe Yakuza 4 because I was really looking forward to that. Yeah. Like in 2010, I really wanted the game, but I didn't have my own credit card, so that was shitty. What I did was there was a local game store, and I kind of asked him if he could order this game for me. And he was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" And he used regular shipping, which I think took like 2 to 3 weeks. So every freaking 2 days, I would call him and I'd be like, "Hey, dude, is the game ready?" And he's like, "No, just wait, okay." So when the game eventually arrived, I got it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. 4 was amazing. It introduced 3 playable characters, new ones, and then there's Kiryu, of course. Yeah. So that was really, really new to Yakuza, and I really loved it.
Nice.
And
that's good to hear that you came up with the sequel. I didn't think you was gonna pick Yakuza 4, but that's really good to hear.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of tough to choose, but I'm just choosing it based on, I guess, what I was excited for back then. Yakuza 0, Yakuza 4. Let's see, what's next? I guess I'm gonna maybe have to go with the PSP games that never saw the light of day in the West, the Kurio games, because those games are really good for their for the hardware limitations of the PSP.
Yeah,
I think that They play out really well for being on the PSP. The story is amazing from what I could tell.
Right.
The fights are amazing. The soundtrack is phenomenal. So the PSP games, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, let's see. Number four.
I'm surprised you ain't added no Kiwami games in.
Well, I mean, the Kiwami games are good. I really love them, but I don't know. Yakuza Kiwami 1 felt kind of an extension of Yakuza 0. So, it's kind of I don't know where to put it exactly. But let's see. Well, right. I forgot one game, Fist of the North Star. That was a really good game. I guess I kind of consider it the Yakuza game, made by the same studio. It has the brand logo and all that.
Yeah.
It was really fun. The story's pretty damn good. So let's go with that. It's number 4.
Yeah. I didn't even know you had the collection. I was looking at the collection back there. I was thinking, well, you have that's a pretty nice collection, man.
Thank you. Because, Yakuza has a lot of games, and sometimes one game might slip my mind, like Dead Souls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really put it at number 5, but hold on, let's see. Maybe Yakuza. Maybe Yakuza 6, to be honest. Because
Whoa.
hold on, look. Like the finale of the story was a pretty mixed bag for a lot of people, but I personally, without spoiling things, I liked the sense of danger that Kiryu was in compared to the other games, and I really I liked how they carried that out. He was up against how do I put this? The entire Tojo clan, basically. The entire Tojo clan was against him, and then there's the Yomi Alliance. And if you saw the final boss, you would know how he kind of roughed Kiryu up a bit.
Yeah.
But then the tides changed quickly and all that. But yeah, I liked the ending. I felt like it had a really, I don't know, poetic touch.
Yeah.
Something like that. It really tried to emphasize the theme of family and all that, and I like that. So yeah, Yakuza 6, number 5.
All right, nice. What would be your favorite Yakuza character?
Right, favorite Yakuza character. I did a top 5 video of this. I think top 5 protagonists, and the number 1 character was Kiryu Kazuma. After all, because I was contemplating, is it Majima or is it Kazuma? But eventually I decided on Kazuma Kiryu because, when it comes down to it, I've known Kazuma for a longer time than I've known Majima. I got into the Yakuza games ever since Yakuza 1 on the PS2. My dad just happened to buy Yakuza as one of the PS2 games back when he got me the PS2. And, when I played that game, I just... It was different, in my opinion. It was not like anything I've ever played before. And Kazuma's character, as the games went on, just kept developing. He got new interactions with other characters, new stories, new problems that he had to get through. And I've just seen a lot more of him than I've seen of Majima. And he's kind of an inspiration. Because, while crime was kind of trying to drag him back, he never really let that change who he is. He tried to stay good. He didn't really like, hurting others in the name of crime, or that's why he eventually, I guess, dropped out. And I mean, come on, it's Kazuma Kiryu, man. He's fucking powerful. That's reason alone to like the guy.
Yep. It's usually the popular choices, usually Majima or Kiryu, that people say when it comes to like the favorite characters of all time in Yakuza. Me myself, I like Kiryu. Majima's crazy though, so it's always a toss up between the two. So
yeah,
I don't know. But now we're gonna get on to the game that I've been loving it. I can't really talk about it much because I don't seem like many people play. Like, no one's played it yet.
Yeah.
But Judgment.
Judge Eyes.
Yeah.
Judgment, Judge Eyes.
Yeah.
Work.
The game is absolutely amazing. I wouldn't you to tell me what you think about the game.
Well, Judgment, I think we both can agree that it was a new experience compared to Yakuza.
Right.
Like, you don't even play as Kazuma Kiryu for starters. You play as a character that's more tied with the legal side of things, which is the total opposite of what we got used to in Yakuza. We played as Kiryu, who is kind of an ex-criminal, trying to just wash his hands from all of that business. But in Judge Eyes, you get someone that's, Okay, I'm not gonna spoil this. I was about to spoil something, but it's hard not to spoil things. We're talking about Judge Eyes, big game, and there's a lot to talk about. But let's just say that Yagami is not really tainted like Kiryu is. He's he's a lawyer turned private detective. Yeah. So you kind of explore Kamurocho through a different set of eyes, and that's one of the reasons I really liked the PSP spin-off, the Kurio games, because you play as someone else for starters, and that alone makes Kamurocho seem different for me, because you interact with people, you see how the main character talks to people, and it's different from how Kiryu would talk to them. And you also see them how they solve the problems that they come across, how they how they interact with the freaking weird and funny situations they come across. Have you seen the baby side quest in Kiwami 2?
Yep, I've seen it.
Well, so yeah, there you go. I mean, Kazuma dealt with that one way. I'm not sure how Yagami would deal with that, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You get a lot of characters, and they would deal differently with all these unusual situations they come across. And Judge Eyes, like I said, has a completely different story, and the story is, to me, it's like top tier, like among the best Yakuza games.
I agree.
And the fighting styles, they're also amazing, really satisfying to look at. You wouldn't really expect it from someone who's, a detective or a lawyer, I guess, but what do you know? Life can be full of surprises.
Definitely. The thing that I found really good about the game is the plot twist. Like, it introduces new characters in different chapters. Again, the fighting style was really good. The one thing I didn't like about it is I didn't feel like it ran as smooth as, let's say, Yakuza 0. Like, it felt like true 60 FPS, like just way how the characters move and the fighting styles. Whereas this game, the way how they move, it felt like it wasn't as fluent. However, the story, even like when you're following people, you got those missions where you're following people and you're trying to play it stealth. All of those things, really amazing.
The stealth segments, those kind of were funny to me because the person I'm stalking can kind of see me directly, like in front of them, but then I hide and it's like nothing happened.
Yeah, that happened to me a lot. There was a time when like I'm just right in front of him and it's the meter's going up, but it's like I then get to hide and it's like, you're not questioning why I'm hiding. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, some people would see that as kind of a technical problem with the engine, but to me that adds to the funny aspects of the Yakuza games. I just really loved those moments. Like, they should see you, but they don't.
Yeah,
okay?
it's that side of it is crazy. Even like, I'm not gonna, without spoiling it too much, I'm not gonna say who the last boss is, but that fight there and the cut scenes in that fight.
Oh yeah. How'd you feel about it?
Man, I mean, I wish the fight was I wish they had like maybe a few more cutscenes, because that last boss, without spoiling it too much, he was involved in the story, but it felt like he wasn't involved too much. Like there wasn't
too much.
Yeah, so it seemed like he kind of came around near the end of the game, and then it's like you see him, but then it's like, oh, you have to fight him, and it's like that's it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, they should have showed more.
I think Yakuza in general is guilty of that thing. Like it happened more than several times. You know, I would say which games, but I'm afraid of spoiling people. I don't want to do that. It's a problem, you know. Let's see. I'm not gonna mention like which games.
I mean, you can mention which games, but just don't mention the characters. I think that would be the thing. So then it doesn't spoil it.
True. They don't have to be final bosses after all.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Yakuza 2 does that. Let's see. Yakuza. Well, maybe not 1. Yakuza 2. Yakuza 4 definitely does that. Yakuza 5. Yakuza.
I know what boss you're talking about as well for 4. I know what boss is. Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I know which boss because that was.
4 and 5 have a lot of them. 5 especially. 5 story is a big clusterfuck, and there's a lot of characters. There's, you know, you just get mixed up in all of it because of how big Yakuza 5 story is, and that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people feel mixed about 5 story. But anyway, what were we talking about again?
No, we were talking about just the way how the plot twist. We were talking about Judgement, but we were saying that the final boss, he kind of came out of nowhere, and then we kind of went to like you were talking about Yakuza. But yeah, getting back onto Judgement.
Yeah.
It's coming out over in
June.
But
you've heard of the news, right?
That's just what I was gonna get into. The news that's happened where they've taken it off the Japanese PlayStation Network. Talk to me about that, man, because I've seen it and I'm a bit upset because again, it's a game that I played in Japanese. I don't understand a word of Japanese, and I completed it, and it was like I wanted everyone else to experience the game, and for this to kind of happen, it's like
it's really sudden, but I'm gonna tell you guys something pretty damn funny. Like back 2 weeks ago or something, you know, you came to me and asking me about the podcast, right? And we didn't see this, you know, coming. But then before the podcast, this happened, and then you know, it kind of, I don't know. I guess you can say like it became part of the podcast now that it's big news, you know. And we're just like, oh shit, Judge Eyes, what's gonna happen to that game? We have no idea. Sega did not say anything yet. But you know, back when you asked me about the podcast, it was just, you know, we were gonna talk about Judge Eyes. It's gonna be fun. You know, it's coming out in June. But oh man, I don't know what to say. I really just hope it makes it. I really do.
It caught me off guard so bad. It was just like I had so much ideas that I wanted to, because once I heard about the commentary and stuff like that, that's gonna have the audio, that it's gonna have in the game. I was like, yeah, let's get a podcast going, because you know, not many people know about this game. I'm starting to see people have done like the, I don't know, 10-minute gameplays now of like just the intro on YouTube. So I was like, all right, this is the perfect time to talk about it. And then when we scheduled it up, and then I saw what happened after we scheduled it, I was like, what type of timing is this? Like,
I know, right?
it didn't add up, and it's like if I said this or you said this, people wouldn't believe us. But it's like we scheduled it, and it was like 2 or 3 days later, one of the characters, you know, that was acted out by the actors. Yeah, I mean, I think they've gone about it harsh. Obviously, it's culture, so if that's how they take it, then that's how they take it. But the game that's gone into so much development to just be taken off the
started. It's just funny because, you know, if we did this podcast like 10 days ago, it wouldn't have anything about that, you know. And then we hear about it, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, the timing was absolutely crazy. But do you reckon it will affect like the Western market? Like, you know, they're gonna bring it out into Europe and stuff like that. So is it gonna be on the PlayStation Network for a purchase now, or do you think they're gonna actually just axe the game completely? Because there's several ways they can go about this now.
Yeah, to be honest, you know, like you said, they've put a lot of work into this to just cancel it. They might lose more money than they would gain. So there's just honestly no telling, but I'm hoping, like a lot of people are saying that, maybe they're gonna delay the game, get a new actor and change
The
change the guy's
face, like
face.
Yakuza 4.
Yes, like one of the protagonists there.
Because the
You know,
same thing similar happened, right? For the
Yeah.
Yakuza 4. So then they changed like
It's yeah. It's almost the exact thing, but the guy from 4 was actually innocent. But
Yeah.
this guy, I think he admitted to it. So
which we can't even say, look, man, bro, he's
Yeah.
innocent. He's already said he's guilty, so
yeah. But to be honest, even if he did turn out innocent, the shame would still be too much, and he would have to quit just like the actor of Tanimura and 4 did.
yeah.
So it would still be a problem regardless, but let's just hope that the worst we're gonna see is a delay, maybe, or I don't want to see the game canceled, man. I want to play that game.
Yeah, they just have to change the character, man. If they can just change the character and the voice actor, then the game is all good to go. He just has to say out the words again. Just put that character in the game. Obviously, it's not ideal because for people that haven't played the game, we played the game. For the people that haven't played the game and they're waiting,
Yeah.
it's not ideal. But I'd rather prefer they do that than cancel the game because it's an amazing game for sure.
Just imagine, dude. They announced the game, they announced the cover art, they announced things like the dub, and those people who never played the game, they're like, oh man, June is going to be a great month. And then they just hear about this. It's not really encouraging, Boom!
Yeah, literally, it was just like, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we kind of have the advantage of having already played it in Japanese, you and me, but then there's a lot of people who never experienced the game at all. So I really just hope they don't cancel the game. That's really all there is to it.
The one thing that the reason why I want to get the English version is because I didn't do much of the side quests because I don't understand much of the Japanese. So this would have been the perfect opportunity to kind of do all the side quests and just do everything and complete the game, hopefully 100%. But yeah,
I have a question I want to ask you, by the way. Since you like Tekken, I like Tekken. We like Judge Eyes, both of us.
right.
I saw like one of the streams that you did on Twitch about Judge Eyes. I kind of hopped on that, and in more than one instance, you managed to carry out juggles. How did you feel about that?
Oh man, I mean, you helped me out with that, but the juggles was like, I mean,
It felt great.
It felt great, but it also felt like a fight. Most fighting games, like, with the exception of Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive's juggles are a bit different, but most fighting games, the juggles in the air, it makes you feel like, oh look, I've achieved something. Because usually in beat 'em ups, it's just like you're just punching. But when you actually get a juggle, it's like everything is timing. So when I got my juggle, I was like, ooh, this looked pretty nice, and I was really happy for it. So
I kind of coincidentally, I still have the video on my Twitter. I think I was streaming. I could be wrong, but I was in this street fight in Judge Eyes, and it was kind of an open area, and I had like 3 thugs in front of me. I have absolutely no idea how, but I managed to juggle 3 enemies at the same time, and it was fucking awesome. It was amazing.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I ain't done nothing like that. I only done I think it was like 1 combo, and then I think I done like 3 sequences, and then they were floating in the air, like it was just like.
It looks pretty damn awesome. You juggle them in the air, and then they're like, woo.
So yeah, is there any other? So moving on from Judge Eyes, obviously the remasters of Yakuza are coming out. So we got remaster of 4. And I think I was looking on your channel. Was it remaster of 5?
Yeah.
But we haven't. I don't. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I can't remember. But I don't know if 3 is being remastered. Is 3 being remastered as well?
Yeah, 3 was remastered in August of the previous year, so that was already finished with. Yeah.
Okay.
And 4 came out January this year. I also played that, and 5 is going to be coming out June. Funnily enough, June also, just like Judge Eyes this year. And I think that's it. But as for plans of localization, We do not know anything yet, and with the situation of Judge Eyes just hanging there, we just have no idea.
Right. So Yakuza 4 that's available for download now? You can actually buy it. The remaster.
Yes, I got both 3 and 4 from the PSN store, and I also got the physical releases, so you can definitely get them from the store.
Oh wow! I didn't even know that. I know now. I know what to do after this podcast.
Well, there you go.
So, moving on from Yakuza and Judge Eyes, do you play any fighting games outside, like just in your spare time that you actually generally enjoy? I know we touched about Tekken, but is there other games like you got Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters? Is there anything like that you play?
Definitely. I'm a big fighting games fan, but funnily enough, I don't really play a lot of them. I like Tekken. I love Tekken. Tekken was like one of my childhood games, and compared to Street Fighter and those 2D games, I don't know. I just really don't like the 2D fighting games for some reason. I really love Tekken though. I played Mortal Kombat, but that didn't really stick with me. What else do we have? Right, Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive, kind of, I played that in my childhood, but then I didn't pick it up again until Dead or Alive 5 last round. So that was like a really long gap. But once I picked Dead or Alive 5, I just got back with it again, and I bought Dead or Alive 6. So that's also another fighting game that I'm playing. And let's see what else. It's mostly just those two, I guess, because Street Fighter, like I said, I don't like it. I think there's also Guilty Gear. My friend told me about that game, but didn't really get into it.
Yeah. So you don't really like 2D. You're mainly like 3D fighting games.
Yeah. Okay. 3D fighting games are my favorite.
Virtual Fighter? Is Virtual Fighter one of them games that you kind of looked at? Cause I know that's Sega as well, and I know you're big in the Yakuza field, so...
I tried out Virtual Fighter, only thanks to Yakuza. Otherwise, I don't think I would have actually stumbled upon them. But they seem okay. I didn't really, follow the games, but they seem fun. But as of now, it's just Tekken and Dead or Alive mostly. By the way, I saw you playing Dead or Alive. How do you feel about it, 6?
I love it, man. Dead or Alive is So I play a lot of fighting games, 2D, 3D, and I think the juggle system is different because juggle system is usually you hit the person up in the air with something that kind of, it's a juggle starter, and then, you do your combos, and then it works out that way. But this game is like, you hit the opponent, and you gotta wait for it to say critical stun. Now, they can either take the combo, or try to reverse. But if they try to reverse your move, they're open for high counter damage. So if I try to do, if I'm in critical stun and I try to do a reversal, and someone throws me, it maximizes the throw damage, and it brings up so much mind games. And I've really been like, I've become a fan of the game. So
fighting games are all about mind games, aren't they? Like you try to figure out what your opponent is doing. With Tekken. With most fighting games, pretty much when you play with someone, you try to figure out what they're thinking. But Dead or Alive, it's compared to Tekken, I feel like it's more complex because you have the counters, you have high, mid, low, all of the characters. You have stuns, you have those kind of things. So I guess in that aspect, it's not a bad thing that Tekken is not as complex. Because Tekken. It has its legacy. Tekken has a lot of fans around the world, and that's for a reason. It's really freaking good. But I just think Dead or Alive is also, maybe equally as fun, if not more. But don't mistake it. Like both games are really good.
So there's one thing I forgot to ask you when it came to Judge Eyes. It just came to my head right now. So. I noticed when everyone was uploading content for Judge Eyes, I know videos were getting taken down around that stage.
Boy.
Yeah,
oh boy,
we're gonna get into that one. So now I've been noticing that people like you as well, some of the other content creators, everyone was uploading it slowly but surely, just uploading like either the long battles or the boss fights. Can you tell me what happened around that period? Because it seems like they're okay with it now, kind of. So I don't understand what was going on.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you something, King J. Why do you have to bring up these nightmares?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's a raw podcast. It has to, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it. Well, Judge Eyes apparently kind of when the game came out, apparently on the studio's Twitter, they said that they were going to like regularly update people on which chapter they can upload videos of. And I was completely oblivious to that. I had no idea they said something like that because I don't speak the language, first of all, and I don't follow them as well. But what happened is that I streamed full game right when the game came out. A lot of people were with me. A lot of people were excited. They saw the bosses. You saw how good the bosses are.
I was one of them.
Yes, I remember that. Thank you for joining, by the way.
I appreciate it, man.
So yeah, the stream was a lot of fun. A lot of people had fun. I beat the game in one sitting, and people loved it. But what happens then? Like a week later, I got to my channel, and there's just a big red freaking text. Your channel has been hit with a copyright strike. And it wasn't just one. It was two. Freaking 2 out of 3.
You had 2? I only thought you had 1.
No, I wish I did, but it was 2.
Oh,
and ever since I got that, I was like really freaking just not feeling it. I didn't really want to upload more videos. Kind of, I kind of felt that way. So I toned down the Judge Eyes videos a bit. I also just kind of in general toned down uploading videos. So some people were asking, like, what is the Yakuza videos at? And I don't blame them for that, My channel is Yakuza related, and they expect to see Yakuza content. But, I really love the Yakuza games, and I just want to upload videos of these games for people to see, to enjoy, and, share that hype, the excitement. But, you can understand how a fan feels like when they get a copyright strike for something like that, and potentially just ending something that they put a lot of effort into. Like my channel was created in 2007, and I got 2 copyright strikes 3 months ago that almost ended my channel. If not, if there was just one more copyright strike because I got 2 out of 3. So yeah, it was rough, man. I heard the Japanese channel got taken down completely also, and that's really rough because it was kind of known for uploading boss fights for Yakuza. But then, yeah.
So what was the change then? So how comes people are uploading? Not even just you. I see a lot of other people uploading boss fights now and long battles. So what was the reason for them just kind of like acting in such a way at the start of the game to compare to now? Because like now I'm seeing like close to like near the end, the boss fight. What's the difference? What changed? What happened?
Right. Well, I kind of kept tabs on that, but what happened is that I guess the thing they're looking out for is spoilers. They don't want people to be spoiled or something.
Oh.
But there's a but in this. I can't really tell whether that's it or if there's a I don't know, like legal issue with the actors, the music and all of that. But if I had to guess, it's probably because of the spoilers. But as time went on, they lifted Chapter 3, the embargo. They lifted Chapter 4, 5, 6. I think up until 7 or 8 now, so people can upload that much. But some people, they try to upload past that. And I think I've seen, the videos are still there. They didn't take those down. But some people also uploaded the final boss fight. And I've seen that get taken down not long ago. I think it was maybe a month ago or something. They had the final boss up, but it was taken down. And I'm not sure how things are right now, but yeah, I guess it's because of spoilers. That's the answer.
I think when it comes to like the final boss fight being taken down, I think I can understand that because You know, the game is gonna take it's not quite some time now. It's pretty much like 3 months now. It's not that long. I feel like 2 months. So it's like they don't want it to be spoiled. You know, you get the game. They don't want everyone to know who the final boss is. And like I said, you know, we know who the final boss is, and he kind of comes near enough near the end of the chapters. So it's like maybe that's what they're trying to do. I don't think it will be in terms of music and stuff like that. Obviously, it's the music at the end where the credits are. Yeah, of course. And certain other parts, it will make sense because that is copyright music to the artists that made the songs. But in terms of like the chapters, I just found it was a bit crazy because when I was like actively looking, I didn't watch the final boss when I was watching your stream. I think I must have went off the stream or something like that. But that's why I was looking. I was trying to look out for it for ages, and I couldn't find anything. And then when I looked online, I couldn't find anything either. And then,
yeah. I mean, I don't blame you for not, for not finding anything because there was really barely anything to be found. You know, the only leads that we had were in Japanese on their Twitter saying, you know, don't upload past this chapter, but we couldn't know. So I guess you could say I got a taste of the judge's hammer firsthand. No pun. Fucking hell. Okay, you know what?
No pun. No pun intended.
Okay, no. Pun totally intended, but fuck it. I don't know what made me say that. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Please change the subject.
All right, so coming up to the end of the podcast, what are your future plans? Because, you know, again, one of the things that made me fall in love with the channel was, you know, there's a lack of Yakuza content out there, like just Yakuza structured content, like, and your content was one that sticks out by many. If there are people who are interested in Yakuza, you are definitely one of the top channels to go out and look out for Yakuza content. So what is the future for you? Because, you know, we're in the first quarter of the year. Like, you know, it doesn't seem like there's another Yakuza game coming out for now. For someone said Shin Yakuza, but I don't know when that's coming out. Judge Eyes is coming out, so I know you're going to be all over the content for Judge Eyes, Judgement. Is that going to be your main focus for the year? Or, you know, is there other things that will be happening? Like, let me know, man.
Well, to be honest, I don't think like I'm just going to focus on Yakuza games, but you know that's going to be the main focus. But you might have seen maybe when you stumbled across my channel lately, I've been uploading videos of things like Devil May Cry, Dead or Alive 6. So yeah, I'm trying not to, you know, strictly stick too much with Yakuza, but at the same time, I want to make sure that, you know, the people who come for Yakuza, they will be satiated with, you know, what they came for. You know, the Yakuza content is going to be there. It's not going to go anywhere. But I guess you can say that I'm also kind of, I don't know, trying to branch out a bit because, you know, people are asking me also in the comments, like, you know, what are you going to do if, you know, there's no more Yakuza games? And that's a future I really hope doesn't come because Yakuza games are great.
Right.
But, you know, I'm just trying to kind of stream videos of my favorite games and get hopefully get people to like them just as much as I do. And, you know, because I feel like no commentary channels can only last so long because, you know, channels need something to kind of give them an identity, if that makes sense. That's why a lot of, you know, YouTubers, you know, commentate on their videos, you know, establish a personality for people to kind of, you know, enjoy watching and, you know, just have something to look forward to. So I don't think I'm quite at that stage yet. I don't know, because I don't even do face cams yet. So this is going to be a first for a lot of people to see me, even though the camera looks kind of dark. Yeah,
we got an exclusive, man.
So yeah, King J, guys, he's the one that made me kind of pull out my freaking webcam. So if you want to thank someone, thank him.
Thank you.
So yeah, now that I actually kind of used the webcam here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna take this to my channel, but
maybe. This is the future, man. They're gonna start seeing DEVILLEON7 with a camera now. You know.
Oh, what an upgrade, huh?
For the people that don't know about your stuff, your social medias and stuff, let them know where they can find you, man.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter. The name is the same as my channel. DEVILLEON7, and I also have Twitch, but I don't stream much there. But you can just keep an eye on that. But yeah, Twitter and YouTube. That's the two main places where you can find me.
All right, and the very, 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 very last question.
Go on.
I know people are gonna like this question. What is your favorite soundtrack for Yakuza? And it could include Judge Eyes as well. Yep. Yep, I landed it on you. I was saving this one for you.
Okay, hold on, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you something. Do you mean favorite soundtracks of a game or one piece?
One.
Yeah. Jay, why do you have to do me like this?
Sorry, man. I've got my favorite one.
Well, which one is it?
So my favorite one is the Judge Eyes Final Boss. That's my favorite song of all time.
Oh yeah, it's pretty damn grand. I love that one as well.
I don't think anything can beat that. But I want to know your one because you might have something that's better. Oh, and the one with Majima when he fights the guy in Kiwami 2. I don't know the name of the song. Okay,
come on, King J. See, you chose two of them.
No, but
the same opportunity.
All right, I'll give you two. But the reason why I said two is because Judge Eyes is not really Yakuza. It's a spin-off. And Yakuza, if I was to name a Yakuza one, that would be the one. Or either Bloodstrain Lineage. I think it's in Yakuza 6.
Bloodstained Philosophy. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot of people love that. It's a popular piece.
Yeah. So those are mine.
They're pretty damn good picks because they're also, they're hype. They're really hype.
Very hype.
Let's see. There's in Judge Eyes, freaking hell, I was gonna mention the boss, but I gotta be careful of that.
No, you can. Oh, you was gonna mention it? Nah, we can't do that. No spoilers, man.
All right, I'm gonna say it in a way that's not really spoilery. You know that the fight in the garden where you kick out a guy through the glass, the glass, and Kaito's with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the flower of something. Freaking hell, I forgot it.
I know what song you're on about.
That song is really good. Quiet, sets the mood, and it's really freaking hype. So, wait. So does this count if it's Judge Eyes?
I mean, you're trying to cheat. That's one for Judge Eyes. I want one for Yakuza now.
All right, one for Yakuza. Let's see. I might have to go with Rain from Yakuza 0, the one where Majima raids the Dojima HQ.
Oh, yeah.
That one is amazing. That one just stuck with me for so long. I would listen to that shit 10 times in a row, never get sick of it. It's amazing. The fight itself is amazing, and it's just among my top favorite fights in the series. It's amazing. So there's your answer.
All right, I got it, man. All right, well, this has been the end of the podcast, the Clip That podcast. DEVILLEON7, thank you very, very much for coming in, being a guest for the show.
No problem, man. No problem. It's my pleasure.
And if you don't like stuff like this, remember to, subscribe to the channel. Also, as well, go check out DEVILLEON7 for his Yakuza content. Like I said, his content is amazing, and he has a lot of funny stuff on there as well. So
thank you so much.
Yeah.
People from my channel, please subscribe to this man if you like Tekken content. He has all of it. He's really good. Just subscribe.
Thank you very much, man. And that's it, man.
Right.